Alright, hello folks, this is Sullla once again. Hope everybody's weekend is getting off to a good start. It's a Friday. We're going to try some Galactic Civ 3. This game's still relatively new. I guess it's been out for about 2 to 3 months now. I guess about 3 months. Boy, time does go quickly, doesn't it? This game was in early access forever, but it's actually been released for about 3 months. They have added a new patch. Since the last time I played, they're now on version 1.1. I think before it was 1.0 something, I can't remember the exact number. They've also added this, a link on the menu to downloadable content, which is currently a map pack, which is thoroughly useless, and unless you really like this game, I would definitely not spend $5 on it. But we're going to start a new game today, we'll see what happens. I've had a couple of games started, I haven't finished too many of the games, but today we will try out a different race, one I haven't used before, one that has kind of an unusual gameplay style. Not the Yor, we will use them eventually. The Yor have the most unique gameplay because their population doesn't grow naturally. But instead, if you looked at the broadcast description, you might have seen that I have selected the Thalans for this game, so we'll give them a spin. They have a bit of an unusual background. As the text description says, the Thalans have come from another universe in the hope of stopping what they call the Terran Crusade, which they believe will lead to the destruction of the universe if left unchecked. So the Thalans are supposed to be from the future and are time traveling or something like that. It's not exactly clear. Some kind of situation like that. They have one of the stranger racial traits in the game, this one called intuitive. The very vague description says, starts with free research. Well, what this actually means is you get a certain amount of beakers at the beginning of the game, and you can pick text to put those beakers into, basically. That's essentially what it amounts to, is you get free beakers to start the game. This typically means that you can get about 3 or 4 texts, depending on how expensive they are. It's not a set number of texts, it is a set number of beakers. So if you pick more expensive texts, then you don't get as many. If you go for the cheapest stuff, you can probably get 5 texts, but as you might imagine, the smartest thing to do is to dive as deeply as possible into the tree with that free research. How many beakers do they get? Well, I don't know, because this game still doesn't show you how much the texts actually cost in beakers to research. It's kind of mind-boggling that this game has been out for several months and it still does not tell you how much each tech costs to research. You'd think that that would be pretty basic, but no. All it does is tell you 3 turns, which is like, whatever. Why don't you just tell me how much the tech costs? But anyways, that's what that one does. Knowledgeable is they start out showing the location of the other homeworlds. Okay, I guess not as good as some of the other traits. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, this is their best racial trait down here. I guess these are technically abilities, these are racial traits. Productive, 20% bonus to manufacturing, that's quite nice. This is their worst aspect, 30% growth penalty, infertile. This is very painful because, as you might imagine, minus 30% growth. Now, growth works in a kind of a strange way in this game. It doesn't really mean that they get minus 30% growth. At the beginning of the game, it has no effect. Basically, growth rounds to the nearest population point. So if you have plus 50% growth, you grow at double rate. There's no difference between 0%, minus 30%, and plus 30%. They're all exactly the same. You still grow at the same rate because the game doesn't keep track of extra decimal points. But what this basically does is it makes it much harder for them to get to plus 50% growth. Most races can get there with 100% morale because that's plus 25% growth, and hospital. So 25, 25, that's 50, and then your population grows at double the rate. These guys have to go further to get that bonus, which is very painful. They basically need to get the 2nd-tier hospital, so this is a painful trait, and it kind of sucks. Plus 10% military manufacturing, okay, I guess. You build ships faster. I've never found production to be generally that much of a limiting factor, though. Agile, the ships are harder to hit. Again, direct combat bonuses tend to be not that great. Nice to have, I guess. What's this? Their ships repair faster. Unlikable, other races don't like them. Logistics, they can fit more ships in a fleet. So overall, they don't grow very fast, but they have good production, and they're generally pretty good at fighting. Also, people don't like them. Alrighty, so let's get set up for this particular game. I like to run the smaller maps. I know that there's people who will run... The most popular thing in Galactic Civ 3 seems to be people streaming on the ridiculously huge maps. I find them to be uninteresting because the whole map is basically empty, or you end up with 100 planets and you just spend the whole game managing them. So I play on the smaller maps. We'll go with the small map size. This game we'll try running with, I generally don't go for the abundant settings. Let's go with that for this particular game. Just set abundant stars, abundant planets, abundant habitables, and everything else is occasional, that's fine. I still really haven't had a chance to play around with all these settings that far. One thing that the Thalans also do is they get a lot of per planet bonuses, so people are always saying the Thalans, the Thalan tech tree, not the Thalans themselves, that the Thalan tech tree is ridiculously overpowered on those gigantic maps, which I suspect it probably is because it has a lot of per planet bonuses in there. Anyway, it looks like the stream's up and running, just double checking to make sure that's good. Leave all the victory conditions on. I'm setting the game to incredible. By the way, they have made a minor change here in the patch. Previously, there was a galaxy difficulty setting and there was an AI setting, and these were two different things. They have consolidated so that there is only one difficulty level, not two, and I think that that's a smart idea. Normal game pace, normal research, regular United Planets, occasional events. I keep the minor races off. I don't like the minor races. And I disable tech trading. I'm going to go with 3 opponents and see how it shakes out from there. Random. This game launched without being able to pick random opponents, which again is pretty ridiculous. So again, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 difficulties. We're going to be on difficulty 6. I have played on the highest difficulty. It gets kind of stupid. The AI gets a few too many bonuses to make it really fun, so we'll try incredible here. And let's see what map we end up getting. So this will take a minute. My computer runs Galactic Civ 3 pretty slowly. You should see how long it takes this game to load. It's almost like a joke I've had with some of the stream viewers. That the game, I'll tell the game to launch, and then it takes about 5 minutes to start up. That might be a sign that my computer's getting older, or it might be a sign that this game's not optimized very well in how it's coded. Alright, another thing I noticed, look at this. You would think that proofreading would have caught this, but yes, form another time. Good job, guys. Alright. I will screenshot that. I'll be taking screenshots in case I want to write this up as a report later. I don't know if I'll want to do that or not. I don't know if I'll have time to do that for my website. Alright. Thalans are an insectoid race. They claim to originate in the future. From a few cryptic words, it seems they've come back in time to stop the Terrans from destroying the universe at some point in the future. Technologically advanced, they're unable to bring their tech with them into the past. They have to recreate it from scratch. They're excellent researchers. Are they? They don't get any research bonuses. Kind of interesting that they say that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they get some stuff, maybe there's some stuff in their tech tree that gives them research bonuses, but they have no abilities that give them research bonuses. Excellent research is extremely productive, unfailingly militant. Their fertility is limited, however, and their distant and aloof nature makes them unlikable. So they're kind of an interesting bunch. Alright, let's see what we've got here. So, wait a minute. What the heck? How... Are we on a small galaxy? Where is the border of this galaxy? It's supposed to show a border. Okay, we are in a small galaxy. Let's see if it fixes if I go in here and out again. No. Alright, well that's really weird. There's supposed to be like a little line showing the galaxy border, but it's not here. We're in the northeast corner of the galaxy. See how there's no... Alright, so these little dots here, these are planets. But it's supposed to show the edge... We're in the top northeast corner of the galaxy. We have Iconians, Drengen, and Yor as our opponents. And we're actually pretty evenly distributed. Like, the whole map is a big hexagon. That's weird, though. So anyway, there's like a graphical glitch going on here, too. I wonder if it's because I took that screenshot and messed things up. Anyway, welcome, Tactful Ogre. There's already quite a few people here. Not in the chat, but they're just watching along, and that's fine. So, what do we want to do in terms of getting started? Well, as I said when I started the broadcast, I don't know if everybody heard that, because, as I said, I was just starting up the broadcast. The Thalan ability is they get free research. That's one of their unique racial bonuses. They get free research to start the game. So what this means is we can get a couple free techs right at the start of the game, and that's a very cool bonus. I like that idea because it's something that I haven't seen a lot of other empire building games play around with. Like, imagine if in Civilization you could pick like 3 or 4 techs at the start of the game, and that was one Civ's ability. You know, that would be pretty interesting, right? So what we're going to do, one thing that generally works in Galactic Civ 3, the beginning of the game is a colony ship rush. That's just the way the game is. There's only X number of planets out there. More planets is always a good thing. You want as many planets as possible. So the whole game is a rush to get as many colonies as you possibly can. What that means is the best thing to do with early research is to grab stuff that makes it easier to colonize planets. And that means grabbing stuff in the exploration tree, the orange tree. It's called different stuff for different races. But anyway, so for instance, interstellar travel, look at this tech. You unlock tier 2 engines, which are thrusters. You unlock tier 2 sensors, and you unlock tier 2 life support. Thrusters is how fast you move. The default engine is 1 move per turn. Oh wait, no, that's not thrusters. Which is the hyperdrive? Oh, here it is, hyperdrive plus. The default engines are 1 move. It gives you 1 move. These give you 2, so they're twice as good. It's a pretty big upgrade. Then sensors, you can see further away. How far do these ones see? This one's 2.1. I think the initial one's 1.5. But anyway, they let you see further away. And this one increases ship range. So anyway, we want this tech. We're going to grab this. Watch. I click done. And boom. The research just magically completes. That's the Thalan ability. So, oh, and we also get just a flat +1 for having this tech. All right. So that's our first tech. By the way, I've already planned this out. Sorry. I've already decided what I'm going to use my free research on. So if you wanted to see me sit here considering for like 10 minutes, I just did that before starting the stream. All right, next one up, interstellar specialization. This is the next tech beyond interstellar travel. So we can get one of 3 things. +1 moves on all ships. Reduces the mass of colony and constructor modules. By the way, this one's pretty good too. You can fit more stuff on colony and constructors. And this one increases ship range. Okay, although ship range you can usually work around. This one, though, is the key one. +1 move on every ship without having to use any hull space on it is really, really good. That's right, Nikira. You just get the tech for free on your first turn. So I'm going to claim this. I want the +1 moves. Movement speed is a huge deal in this game. Done, and now we have that tech too. So now we've just gotten 2 techs. And finally, that unlocks the tier 3 stuff. Now again, the way that the tech trees typically work in Galactic Civ 3, the first stuff you get on the tree is you get a lot of stuff in one tech. So like interstellar travel is its engines, sensors, and life support. All 3 of them together. You get the tier 2 versions of each of them at once. Then as you get deeper in the tree, it gets more and more specialized. So here at tier 3, they get split up into separate techs. 1 for movement, that's ion drives. 1 for sensors, that's interstellar survey, and then 1 for life support. This is ship range. So you can choose where you want to put your research into, and then it gets more and more specialized from here. Like again, this is more movement speed stuff, faster engines, blah blah blah, and it gets really insane at the end of the tech tree. Although honestly, I've never made it that far. I always have won my games before I've gotten that deep in. So I'm going to go for ion drive. This is the tier 3 engine, and this allows your ships to move very very fast. Where is it here? So it's 3 moves for 14 hull space, right there. And considering that the default one is, I think, 1 move. Okay, the default engine is 1 move for 10 hull space. This one is 3 moves for 14 hull space. So you triple your moves for 40% more hull space. That's it's insanely efficient. And what is this one? Oh, this is something you can take in battle. I don't know if it's worthwhile to do this in battle. You get more tacticals. I have no idea. I really don't know how valuable this stuff is. I've never really played around with that side of things. So we'll go for ion drives. And we don't finish the tech, but look, check this out. We're like 99% of the way there. So we only need like one beaker to finish this. All right. So we're out. We've finished up our racial ability. That's it. No more free text. But basically, we've turned it into interstellar travel, interstellar specialization, and ion drive. So we've much faster ships and more movement points, and all that good stuff. Anyway, so I know where I need to go. I know I need to push south, basically, on the galactic map. I can see where the competition is, so we're going to head in that direction. First up, though, we want to design some stuff. And in particular, we want to design one of the broken sensor ships that are so overpowered in this game. The designers have had the chance to nerf this. They haven't done it yet. Until they nerf it, I'm going to go ahead using it. So basically what this is it's a ship with a gazillion sensors on it, so we can see what's out there. So here's the tier 1 sensor. You always have this from the beginning of the game. See, you can, sensor range 1.0 and sensor mass 8. Well, here's the tier 2 one, sensor mass 9, so it goes from 8 hull space to 9 hull space. And instead of seeing 1 tile away, you see 2.1 tiles away. So again, that's a huge increase. Double the sensor range for 10% more cost. So anyway, now again, what they really should do in this game is just make it so ships can put 1 sensor on them, and then, you know, that sensor would let you see X amount of tiles. But this game puts no cap on that. You can stick as many sensors on these ships as you want. So we're going to put a bunch of them on there. Let's get... actually, let's just put all sensors on here, and then I will upgrade this ship to a different design on the next turn. Alright, so we've just put a gazillion sensors on here. Now we can see 23 tiles away. Save this. This will be the sensor... Just put sensor version 1. Save. By the way, Galactic Civ also gives you a ridiculous amount of money at the start of the game. Why it does this, I don't know. But we get 3,000, we get 5,000 credits, 5,000 gold, whatever you want to call it, to start the game. So we'll take this, and we'll use it to just purchase this sensor ship right out of the gate. Takes half of our income, but it's worth it. Now we'll be able to see where the planets are. Instead of having to send colony ships blindly into the dark, we'll know exactly where we want to send our colony ships. On the home world, let's see. So here's our first look at the home world. We want to, first of all, turn off auto upgrade improvements. The game defaults to that. We want to turn off use civilization production levels. Those things are both dumb. We will put our first turn into research so that we finish that tech. Let's see, what do we have here? No resources. We have an influence. Oh wait, no, we have a resource here. Ooh, sensor range plus 5%. Well, considering how much I'm going to abuse sensors, that's kind of nice. So let's see, that's an influence module. Oh wait, we have something else over here too. Capacity one. Okay, so we can fit 5% extra sensor range and 5% extra capacity. That's actually very nice. The bonus capacity on ships is really good. Hi guys, hi Robo. We just started here. Welcome everybody. Just getting underway. We're still on turn 0 of the game, although I think it calls it turn 1. But what we want right now is more production. This is a home world. You generally want to specialize for production in this game. That's what I found, generally speaking. And we need to get these factories up immediately. Now we can build them, watch. If we want to build these, we can go 100% manufacturing, and it'll take 3 turns. The interface still doesn't update in real time. I really wish they'd fix that. So we can build this in 3 turns. That's nice, except every turn is incredibly precious at the beginning of the game. We need to get our manufacturing up immediately so that we, so we can get colony ships out as quickly as possible. That's the idea right there. If you want to see, we have base manufacturing of 20. Where is that 20? And then it gets increased by 20% from our racial ability. The basic factory will increase that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this. Note that it only costs 300 to buy this. I don't know why that is, but they're very cheap. So that means because we're rush buying this, we can use the first turn to do research. Anyway, so where does this all come from again? Well, you get base manufacturing based on stuff like based on population, and then you get stuff from the colonial capital. So look, the colonial capital is 5 raw production, and then population produces raw production too. Where is that? Anyway, but basically where you get production from is you get a bonus from the colonial capital, and then it's your population is the main thing. That's pretty much where it comes from. Well, I'm still not sure why it's 20. I think it should be... Yeah, okay, so it says base manufacturing is 20.3. We get 5 from the... What is it? We get 5 from the colonial capital, and then we get 10 from the population. Oh, wait, here it is. All right. Colony capital, civilization. Oh, it's 5 from the colony capital, 5 from the civilization capital, and then 10 from the population. All right, so that's our raw production, 20%. Now, that gets modified by approval, but we have poor approval right now, so we'll deal with morale later on. Anyway, so we want research on the first turn. Done, and now we just move our ships around. So you always start the game with a tiny scout. This is an unarmed ship. For some reason, this one only has 2 movement. Oh, why is it at 2 out of 4? Because it would only have 2 movement points, but we discovered those techs, and that took it up to 4. You start with a tiny scout that is unarmed, 1 survey ship, which is the only ship that starts with weapons. Again, this default has 3 moves, but it's up to 5, thanks to the techs we discovered. And this colony ship, which again starts with 3 moves, but it'll be up to 5. So we don't know where the planets are. Well, you can see the borders of the galaxy right here. Interesting that we started in the corner of the map. Would have been nicer to start like right here or right here, not in the absolute corner, but I guess it gives us a safe home world. That said, we don't know exactly where to send this ship, so I'm just going to move it down here in the general direction. Which direction do I want to search? Send this ship off to the west. Why not? Doesn't really matter that much. And the other little scout can go in the other direction, I guess. Why not? Alright, so that's about it for the first turn. We'll discover ion drives, and I probably will upgrade some of these ships using money next turn. Alright, next turn. Alright, so now the map is revealed, and we found one planet. Not a great planet, but we'll grab this one with the colony ship because... Alright, so there's no need to upgrade this. We'll grab this planet because it will extend range, and that's a pretty big deal. Also, there's no other planet immediately in range. This is a kind of a crummy planet. It's only class 6. But it's better than nothing. And I did select abundant for basically everything, so I don't know why. I'm a little surprised that we didn't find more stuff. But oh well. Well, we've got plenty of time to find more stuff. And by the way, look at how fast the ship goes up to 5 moves. It's very nice. Maybe I should have, I don't know, maybe I should have upgraded that. Oh well. Alright, the scout. It's probably, let's see what I can do in terms of upgrading stuff, because we've got some money to play around with. Alright, first of all, let's see what we can do about upgrading that sensor ship. Alright, use this design. Alright, now you might say, why do you need to upgrade it? Well, what we could do is, now that we have those ion drives, we can take one of these off and put an ion drive on it instead. Oh, gotta take 2 sensors off? Take the sensors down to 19 range. Can I fit another? No, I can't fit more sensors on. Alright, so that increases it from, what, 3 moves to 6 moves? That's probably worth doing. 3 moves to double its movement points. Yeah, that's probably worth doing. And what else can I put on there? The range, and I probably want extra range as well, because it really doesn't have much range. See this, the extra life support? Right now, it can only move 12 tiles away from a planet, but if I put the life support on, it can go to 22, and that's probably worth doing. So let's save this. Sensor version 2. I think that will be shouldn't cost very much to do that upgrade. Alright, so here's our sensor ship. It only has 3 moves. So I will move it 2 tiles. No. Ah. It moved in a circle around like that. Alright, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to reload because I want to upgrade this turn, not last turn. Where is it? Autosave. That is from today, right? Yes. I'm going to load back to the beginning of this turn because I didn't want that to happen. I wonder if it'll save my design that I just made. If not, I'll just make it again. What the? Oh, okay, here we go. Well, this looks different. Huh. Oh, I guess we got a totally different background now for this. Anyway, but yeah, it's the same game. And this time the censorship, instead of popping up outside, now popped up inside, which is good. That's where I want it to be. Alright, okay, so the reason why I did that is I want to upgrade it on the same turn. Let's see, so did my ship design save here? No, it did not. So I had to redo the design, but that's fine. It's very easy to do. Wait. Use this design, so we take off the last two modules there, put on that life support. So there we go. We can see 19 tiles away, move 22 tiles away, and get 6 moves. That's pretty nice. So sensor version 2, save, done. And now I can upgrade this ship. Upgrade. Here we go. And that costs 150 credits or whatever. That's well worth it to do that. All right. So as I said, the colony ship going down here to the only planet we've identified. That background looks kind of weird. Let's zoom out on the mini-map. Alright, on the mini-map we can finally see the borders of the galaxy. See again how it's a big hexagon? That might be a little too zoomed out. Alright. Now it's not centered though. Whatever. Anyway, so getting back to this. Colony ship, go colonize this. Again, it's more for extending range. Oh, I see what it is. I can't see the borders of the hexagons anymore. That's very strange. Options. Should be a graphical option, right? Interface. Draw grid. Whatever. It might look better, but it's harder to see what's going on. Anyway, and the survey ship can just actually can go survey these anomalies. See if it finds anything. That's the one special thing the survey ship can do. Check that stuff out. And here's the little scout. Alright, there it goes. Alright, so the sensor ship's upgrading. We're going to rush another factory here. Where is it? Here it is. Clicking on the wrong part of the interface. Alright. Rush another factory. Rush by it. 300 gold, but 300 gold well spent. And the thing is, I don't really need to continue research. There's nothing else I need to research at the moment. I've got my faster engines. Now we're going to spam colony ships. So I'm going to put this in manufacturing. I'm going to set the homeworld to 100% military. So all of its production is going into the military. None of it is going to building tile improvements. And we will start building our first colony ship because... Oh, we need to design it first. Because we might as well get started right now since there's no research we need to do. Alright, so we need to design a colony ship. I use the colony template here. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff in designing these ships, but I just used what the general setup. So what do we want? Well, we want the colony module. That allows you to colonize. And that takes up about half of the capacity. See how it's 45 out of 95 down there? And then what else do we want on it? Well, the main thing we want is speed. We want this ship to be fast because we will be racing the AIs to colonize. So we are going to put as many ion engines as we can. We can fit 3 of them on. And we have a little bit of extra space, so we'll slip in the life support for extra range. We might as well. So 93 out of 94. That gives us 22 range again, and guess what? It gives us 12 moves. That's pretty good, right? Not bad. So a colony ship that moves 12 spaces per turn. That's pretty good. You can see. +1 interstellar travel, +1 hyperdrive specialization. You get the cargo +1 means you always move at least 1 tile per turn, and then 9 from the 3 ion drives. So yeah, that's a colony ship that gets 12 moves per turn. The AI colony ships will be crawling around at 2 or 3 moves per turn. We'll be moving around at 12 per turn. Alright, so this will be colony. Long range, because it's got that extra range on it. Long range, 12. And save that. So how much does that cost? 151 to produce. Pretty reasonable. Alright, so I'm going to tell the shipyard to start building one of these. And where is it? Well, here's the... Alright, so here's the AI's colony ship, by the way. Let's see what the... This is the one the AI designs. Let's see what the colony creator has. Let's see. It's got 50 range. Holy crap. 50 range on it. I don't think we would need that much range. Seriously, if you're trying to get to something that far away, just build a freaking starbase for extra range. It's got sensor range, which we won't need because we have the sensor ship, plus we're fast enough to outrun anything that would threaten us. And it has 6 moves. Whatever. Our ship is cheaper, so look at that. The AI ship is 151, ours is 136, so it's actually cheaper and faster, but it doesn't have as much range, so there are some trade-offs. Alright, research. We need to research something. Because we have to put into something. I'm just going to pick this one because this will allow us to build farms, hospitals, and terraform a tile. Planetary adaptations are really nice tech. Anton, we're just getting started. I've been broadcasting for maybe 20 minutes. We are on turn 2 of the game. Now, a lot's happened, but we're just getting started. Oh, I thought I told you to build this. Oh, I didn't click done. I clicked it, but I didn't click build or whatever. So, we're good. Everything looks the way I want it to. Next turn. Alright, so here's the sensor ship. Notice that we've actually lost visibility here on the sensor ship, but this ship is way faster and it has more range, so that, as I said, that's the trade-off. I'm going to send this... I guess we better send this towards the Iconians because they're going to put the most pressure on me at the start of the game. Alright, let's head down there. So I still don't see another spot for a So I don't see another colonizable planet yet. Don't worry about the range. This is how far the range of the ship is, but don't worry, we're about to get range extension because we're going to colonize this planet. So by the way, guys, we need suggestions in the chat for planet names. I'll leave Baba for now, but we can change that. So if you want a name for this, feel free to suggest away. I don't promise to accept all the suggestions, but you can certainly make them. All right, so here is the little thing that you get with Galactic Civ 3, the morality options. Solar flare. An increased period of solar activity has caused a species of previously dormant insects to suddenly begin swarming, greatly limiting activity. Developed a sonic screen that can kill them, but believe there may also be a way to expand the technology to rid the world of the swarm forever. What effects that will have on the ecosystem are as yet unknown. So basically, kill the insects or not. I like Baba Yetu. I'm going with David's suggestion. Baba Yetu. I like that one. And we actually, two people even suggested it, so good. Good thinking, David and Ro. I like that. All right, so basically we can pick what we want here. I don't really like... Boy, I really don't like the benevolent options very much, but I happen to like the benevolent ideology. I think it's the strongest of the three choices. The question is, do we want to go... and the other thing is... Okay, so basically, pragmatic kind of sucks as an ideology tree. I don't like it. I think it's much weaker than the other two. I do not recommend going pragmatic. So basically, it's more between benevolent or malevolent. Malevolent is better for production. That's the big thing that you get. You get a lot of production, but the problem is malevolent... the Thalans are really good at production anyway, whereas benevolent gives you bonuses to research, influence, and morale. Big bonuses to morale. There's also morale bonuses in malevolent, but I feel like benevolent is the strongest of the three trees, and I kind of like it the best by quite a bit. Oh, I like that suggestion, Archie. Maybe a McFly for another planet. We'll definitely have more than just this one. So even though I don't like the manufacturing and approval penalties, I really don't like the approval penalty. Tourism is like whatever. Don't really care. I'm still going to go benevolence just because I like that. Anyway, we get an influence bonus. That's kind of nice. And it, boy, with the tourism bonus here as well, it sounds like they really want this to be an influence planet. Maybe. Anyway, turn off civilization production, turn off auto upgrades. Yes, you still have to do that for every planet. Yes, it's obnoxious. We know. So anyway, every planet needs at least some kind of... Oh, look at this. There's only 5 tiles here. Tiny little planet. Every planet needs some industry, though. Oh, wait, no. Screw it. Cancel that. Let's put it here on this one. Why is it not going next to the colonial capital? Because there's other stuff I want to go next to the colonial capital. So we will need to get one factory going, or it'll take forever to build anything on this planet. So, yeah, this planet is not very good, but it's better than nothing, and it extends our range. And let's rename it while I'm thinking about it. Alright, so... Wow, we didn't even have to change that first one. Baba Yetu. There we go. So this planet will take a while. This planet's probably not going to be too good, but it can contribute manufacturing if nothing else. Maybe we'll just make this a manufacturing world, send some production over here, but we will need some research planets, and we don't have any yet. Anyway, so yeah, I was going to check out this. Oh, we've got a... Oh, okay, we'll definitely want a starbase here to grab this cultural relic, but that can wait a little while. All right, so again, this is like the goody huts of Galactic Civ from Civilization. What do we get? Oh, wow, we got 14 gold. Wow. That would mean something if we didn't have 1,532. Let's see what this next one is. And 31. Wow. Awesome. So anyway, this ship will just go scout. I'm going to go check out what's up here and grab those space junk that's in that corner. Okay, so here's the little scout. This scout will hug the border over here. Just see what's over there. And then where's our... Where is my other ship? My sensor ship. Oh, it was covered up. It's covered up by these asteroids. So yeah, by the way, one other thing I can mention is I have to play the game zoomed out. The game actually looks really cool close up, but you really can't take the time to do it. I don't know what's going on with this asteroid. Look at this. Having a rough day here on the TCS sensor. The hazards of operating in an asteroid field. But yeah, you basically have to play the game zoomed out, otherwise you miss too much. So anyway, here's our ideology perks. We get our choice to pick. This one grants you... So here's the benevolent tree. There's the pragmatic. There's the malevolent. Again, I think the benevolent tree is probably the best one. So, here you go. This one gives you a free colony ship. I don't think that this is very good because colony ships are pretty cheap, but there is stuff behind it. Like this one gives you a class 10 planet. Not so great on a humongous map, but good on a smaller map. Might want that eventually. This one's pretty nice. All colonies start with 2 extra pop. Each existing colony receives 1 additional tile, and this one gives you a free class 16 planet. Again, this tree is pretty good, especially if you're on a map without a lot of planets. We'll see. I am running abundant, so there should be a lot of planets. We haven't seen them yet, but in theory. This one is morale. This one gives you morale bonuses. The level 5 one is incredible. All colonies receive plus 50% morale. That's insanely good. We'll see how much of an issue morale is, but this one is really good. This one is plus 50% morale on your homeworld, plus 5 morale on your first 5 worlds. This one sucks. Nobody cares about this, but 50% approval on all ratings is really good. Anyway, yes, I did just see today that Paradox is doing a space strategy game. It seems as though everybody's doing space strategy now. It's like for years and years nobody made these games, and now you've got Beyond Earth from Firaxis, and this game Galactic Civ, and now Paradox is jumping into the game too. This one is the research tree anyway, so you can see this one grants you 150 free research points. Again, that would be nice if I, knew how much the techs actually cost. The research tree is surprisingly not that great. All your worlds receive 10% research bonus, actually pretty weak. Temple of Enlightenment, I don't know quite what that does. I think that's like an Oxford University type bonus, 300 research points. By the time you get this, you're getting that like every turn, so that's pretty weak. This one is the big one though. Every colony gets plus 5 base research. That's really good, but you have to invest heavily to get that. And then finally this one is, what is it? This is the influence one. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of influence stuff. The main thing this does is it lets you build a missionary center, and that produces benevolent ideology points. So we'll go ahead and grab this. You want to grab this first, or you want to grab the colony ship one first? I'm trying to think. Because I do want this one, I'm just thinking, do I need to get it first is the question. Because I won't be building missionary centers early on, I will be building them later, but at the early game, probably don't want these. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just trying to think if there's anything else I'd want. I don't know how much of an issue morale is going to be on this one. Let's go for this one, and go for the Eminence one second. I'll take the free colony ship. Where is it? Where did it just appear somewhere? And maybe it shows up next turn. Oh, I didn't take it. That's right. You have to select it and then click Done. That's right. No. You have to select it, click Unlock, and then that is what actually picks the ideology. Alright, so we got another colony ship. It's that AI colony ship. The one that has 50 range and only 6 moves. That kind of sucks. I don't know. Let's send this, well, we might as well send it down in this direction because the Iconians are closest and they're the ones we're most likely to get in conflict with, so we'll send it in that direction. By the way, did you notice how both ships disappeared? Like their icons completely disappeared from that asteroid. Yeah, the free class 10 planet would be nice because one thing about the Thalans is they start with no planets in their home system. Like most of the AI start with a little planet in their home system, but the Thalans don't. Look at this. We're actually pretty close to that. Alright. Did I buy a factory this turn? No, I did not. So put down another factory. Alright, rush by that. So we're already only 3 turns away from another long-range colony ship, which is nice. Alright. So let's grab the invisible ships here. Where's my sensor ship? Here we go. Alright. So I get 6 moves. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. Ooh, we found a good planet. And again, this is why the censorship is so important. We found a class 12 planet with a bonus to social manufacturing. That's nice. That means you build infrastructure faster. Alright, so colony ship. Guess where you're going? Right there. Unless we would find another planet, unless we would find another planet like right here, but that's the goal, for starters. Very nice. Cool. Alrighty. And I don't want to, it's not that I want to ignore this side, it's just the Yor and the Drengen are further away. The Iconians are the closest, so they're the ones we're going after. Alrighty. So what have we not moved yet? Wait. Oh, because we built that. So anyway, what rush building these factories does is it increases our production by a lot. We'll build colony ships much faster. Each one of these, so what? The factories are 20% each, so... And then they get the adjacency bonus. If you haven't played this game, putting similar stuff next to each other gives what's called adjacency bonuses. So the the factory is 25% base. Yeah, see how it says plus 25%. And then because it's next to 3 things that give bonuses, the capital gives a bonus to everything, and it's next to factories that give bonuses to other manufacturing stuff. It gets another plus 15%. So that's huge. It goes from 25% to 40%. Like, that's a big bonus. So this one gets plus 2, this one gets plus 2. I'm just going to cover this whole little corner in factories, by the way. So put that down, buy that. And we should have a colony ship out pretty soon. Yeah, 2 more turns. Then we'll have another colony ship. And hopefully by then we'll have scouted out another planet to go grab. If not, I might build another sensor ship. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. Probably not. The adjacency bonus stuff is one of the best parts of this game. I think the tech tree is pretty well designed too. It's a shame that the game is not balanced very well right now, because this game could be really good if they had, you know, done a better job of testing and polishing this game. All right, so 6 moves again. Can I move further away from the... Yes, okay, I can move further away from the edge of the map and still... Let's see. All right. Alright, so we didn't spot any planets in that. We did find an Ascension Crystal, which is kind of interesting, but I don't think I'll be going for that victory type. Alright, so colony ship. Keep going for that spot. Gonna be one turn away. That sucks. Alright. Anyway, that's the Thalans right there. So getting this planet is pretty good. It's clearly closer to their capital than mine. The adjacency bonus does benefit you from putting different buildings. There's some weird stuff in the game the further into the game you get. Trust me, it's not just the same building types. It does get more complicated after that. Alright, so we want one more factory. And that takes me down to 650, and I don't really want to spend too much more than that because I'll be running in the negative for a long time. And I'm going to burn through that... I'll be burning through that initial bankroll. Alright, so there's another long-range colony ship. Almost done. And yeah, we should just be building colony ships and stuff like that. Try out a rebalance mod? No. If the designers can't make the game worthwhile, then I'm probably not going to spend my time on it. Alright, so this is how much pop we want to send. Let's send 1.5 pop. Now, when you send pop off your homeworld, it does... Ah, crud, it jumped out in the wrong spot. We want another one of these ships. So, the manufacturing actually went down for us. Wow, plus 200%. Jeez, that's a lot of bonus. The base manufacturing went down, though. Note that the base is only 19.1. I think it was 20-something previously because we lost some of the population. Yeah, so the population effect's plus 8.5. Previously, it was plus 10 for population. So yeah, the base number in this game, everything does come from population. Let's see if we can spot another colony. Basically, it moved the ship onto this tile. I would have rather it dumped the ship out on this tile, but that's just life, I suppose. Okay, here's the sensor ship. Let's see what we've got here, shall we? Alright. Oh, and we found the Iconians. By the way, we can't talk to them. We have to research Universal Translator before we can even talk to them. This game's not really balanced at all. Isn't this game balanced for huge maps? Not really. The balance is actually better on smaller maps from what I've seen. So there's another planet. Ooh, a paradise. Very nice. I don't know if we're going to have the range to grab that, though. This planet... Alright, well, this ship does have the range. I think we might reroute this ship down here because this one actually has the range to reach that. And then this ship grab this planet here. It can actually get down there in like 2 turns because it has freaking 12 movement points. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. All right. Anyway, this is why you move the censorship first, so you can see what's out there. All right. And there's no colony ship that's going to snipe Gordon or whatever this planet's called. Not immediately, anyway. Okay, so that gives us a good view of this corner of the map. Now I'm going to have to swing west and start seeing what's out. Swing, well, maybe like down in this direction and see what's out there. All right, so this is, yeah, this ship needs to come down here and grab this. Unfortunately, look out, see how slow it is? And this ship has 6 moves. That's still a lot for this stage of the game, but compared to a ship that has, you know, 12 moves, not much of a comparison. All right, can we get there next turn? Ah, 1 movement point short again. Oh, well. Yeah, this poor scout, you know how the game starts you with the scout, and it's like intended you're going to explore with it? Yeah, this scout almost has nothing to do. I probably should have moved it over to this side, but whatever. Probably should have moved it in the opposite direction. How much long? Well, you can run a farmer's gambit for a long time in this game because they have to research an invasion tech in order to actually take over your planets, and that's fairly far into the tech tree in this game. So you can run farmer's gambit for quite a while. Alright, so we rushed all our factories here. Note that the population is growing very slowly. Only 1/10 of a population point per turn, which is not especially good because the Thalans have poor population growth. So yeah, we just want to crank out more colony ships because for sure, like, we're going to grab this planet and this planet, but there will definitely be more planets that we want. And in fact, I probably will have identified another one by the time these 3 turns are up. So yes, as I said, rush colonies. That's the idea. Meanwhile, over here, Baba Yetu's almost finished its factory. What do we want to do next here? Well, the stuff I want to do next is actually stuff that I can't research yet. So, you know what? The poor little guy. Can you actually do some research for me? Poor little guy. Yeah, see, I want to build... I want to get this tech, planetary adaptation, but I don't have it yet. So, this poor little guy, I'll just have them finish this tech. 3 turns, that's fine. What would I say is the biggest balanced issue? Well, okay, first of all, as you said, Antisocial Monkey, the AI sucks. The AI is terrible in this game. I think that everything associated with planetary invasions is just rough right now. They don't work the way that they should, and it's really a shame. It's just too easy to take over planets. It should be very difficult to do so, and it's not. I think that that's the biggest issue. Because, like, alright, I did a game on the highest difficulty off stream, and the AI gets absolutely ludicrous bonuses on the highest difficulty. They get, like, 6 times research and 6 times production. I mean, it's insane. But I was still able to take out my neighbor by just declaring war, moving a ship in, and just doing a planetary invasion. Like, it's ridiculously easy. The AI can't defend it, and it makes the game a joke. So that would be my biggest issue. Like, look at this. All right, so on this difficulty, yeah, look at the advantages they get. See this guy? Here's his capital. 33 production per turn, or 33 beakers, 51 production. What's my capital getting right now? 61 production, but no beakers. And I guarantee their capital's not designed as well as mine. So they're getting a pretty big bonus there. I don't think invasion tech comes too late. I think it should be a lot harder to invade planets. They need to have a system more like the one in Master of Orion, where, like, you can invade, but, like, you can also stop invasions, if that makes sense. They need to have something like missile bases, which obviously Master of Orion has. Alright, here's the censorship. Let's go. 1, 2. Alright, so that's their other little planets. They only have 3 pop there. All right, 1, 2. Let's start heading over to the west. 3, 4. Oh, there's a pirate base down there. Who cares, though? 5, 6. All right. Now we're getting closer to drinking space as well. So I don't know if there's a planet. Oh no, never mind. That's the corner of the galaxy. Again, I'm being thrown off because I can't see the whole map. But, like, that's the southeast corner of the galaxy right there. Again, this is not a huge map or anything, so we definitely want to swing this censorship to the west now and start looking for planets over there. I mean, farmer gambits are fine. It's just that you should be able to need to back them up at some point. I don't see the farmer gam as being a problem with this game. Oh, we got... Oh, cool. So this is another thing that you can get. You can get 25% towards attack, so we just got that. And that means this tech will complete next turn instead of in 2 turns. That's kind of nice. Alright, protected by pirates. There is a chance your ship can die here. Let's say no, I don't want to lose this ship. I want to keep scouting. Especially because I don't have any other ships in that corner of the map. Alright, you, what do they have out here? These are scouts of... These are little Iconian scouts. These are unarmed too, by the way. What is this? That's an... Oh, they've got 3 unarmed scouts out. So, whatever. I guess you start heading to the west? Maybe? I don't know. Something like that. Yep, Antisocial Monkey, you've got it right there. The problem is if you have really fast ships you can't see coming, the only thing you can do is attack. That's right. It's basically impossible to defend in this game because once the tech levels start getting high, you can have ships with 30 to 40 movement. Like, how can you stop an attack that can come from 30 tiles away and they just hit your planet and it gets taken over instantly? And it just makes the game like a joke. The AI can't defend against it. So what they really need is something like missile bases that would just automatically shoot down those ships unless you like brought a really strong fleet. That's kind of what they need. And that's not in the game right now. Anyway, that's fine. So this planet's doing research. And Baba Yetu is doing shipbuilding. Let's see. Can we do the little bug? Oh, wait. No. This is the homeworld. Never mind. I want to look at Baba Yetu here for a second. Alright, so we don't need the 1% manufacturing. Do the it's not worth doing 10% economic stimulus. Alright, so we're going to finish planetary adaptation. And we're almost finished a colony ship here too, aren't we? Yep, one more turn, we'll finish another colony ship. Cool. Cool. By the way, I still think the early opening game, I'm going to cancel that and move that ship out on my own terms. I still think the early game is really cool in Galactic Civ 3. Alright, so we'll grab that planet next turn. Cool. So, oh, and we're going to grab this planet this turn. Alright, so what was the name we had? We had a good suggestion, McFly, for a name. Let's go with that, shall we? This planet would make a very good research planet, by the way. Also make a good wealth planet, too. I don't know, we'll see what it looks like. Let's see what kind of bonuses we get. So, we had a suggestion for McFly. Let's go with that. That's a good name for time travelers. Alright, disease. A strange fungus has begun infecting our colonists with a mysterious illness that appears impossible to vaccinate against. They can treat the symptoms, but there's no hope of finding a cure. What are your orders? We're certainly not going to cull anyone. Keep treating the symptoms. Even if we never find a cure, we won't become monsters ourselves. The malevolent ones are always fun to read. Hard decisions always look easier after you make them. Our descendants will thank us for having the courage to do this. If it helps gets everyone drunk first. I actually like the... I wouldn't want the malevolent option anyway. Minus 30% food is bad. Food is how much population you can put on a planet. That's not good. So we'll take the benevolent option again. We have a military resource, plus 5% hit points on ships. That's kind of nice. Again, turn off civilization production, turn off auto upgrades. We got to build some basic infrastructure. Oh, cool. All right, so here's a manufacturing bonus on this tile, so we'll build the first factory there. Note that now we can build hospitals, farms, and planetary soil, so we can terraform one tile. Probably terraform this tile. Maybe. Let's look at... Wait, what? Alright, there it is. It's like, why is it not popping up on the interface? So anyway, farms increase the pop cap. So like right now, the pop cap is 5. You can't put more than 5 people. Well, you can. I might demonstrate this. The game is really badly bugged in this way. You can actually completely ignore the food cap. I'm not going to do that because that's incredibly abusive, but you can actually ignore it. The way the game is supposed to work is there's a food cap of 5. The pop can't grow past that, and farms let you grow your pop higher than that. This would make for a good research planet because it's got a research bonus. Where is it? See, it's got a plus 10% research bonus. And natural wonder. Okay, that's a tourism. So we'll use this little corner here for research building. So this looks like a research planet. Put 2 factories here. That'll be all it needs for production. We might actually want to put a factory and a hive here. I think we might actually do a factory and a hive, but that's a separate issue. And yeah, we'll come back to that. Anyway, Baba Yetu can now go ahead and build some of this stuff. Again, the hospital itself is not going to do that much. However, the Tier 2 hospital will be huge, because the Tier 2 hospital will double population growth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a farm and a hospital on these 2 tiles. It's good to put a farm and a hospital together, because notice how the hospital gives an adjacent bonus to the farm. It actually gives +2 levels to population, and the farm gives +2 itself, so by putting a hospital next to a farm, you basically double the benefit. Anyway, so we're going to put these here, turn off research for the moment, manufacturing. And by the way, we definitely want to use our terraforming on... Wow. Okay, so this planet sucks initially, but with enough terraforming, this planet can become quite good. Quite good. Anyway, so we'll put those down, and we'll probably use terraforming, and... I don't know what we'll use this planet for. Probably just send manufacturing over to Thalan. Something like that. Alright, so those planets are queued up. Thalan is still building colony ships. And, oh, we finished a colony ship, so... time to build another one. By the time it's finished, it will probably have a destination. Did I move this already? Yes. Yes, I did. We need to pick a new research target. I am going to pick this one. Planetary Specialization, and... where is... no, oh, never mind. I'm looking in the wrong tree. I want this tech. Morale +4. Supportive population. Very, very good tech. So we'll go through this, through Xenocommerce. And this is a useful one, too, because it lets you build entertainment centers, which are the game's first morale building, which we're going to need, and it also lets you build markets. So this is a good one. Oh, and it also lets you start doing trade for the first time. So everything about this is pretty useful. So we'll go for that one. Alright. What have we not moved yet? This ship. This Porsche. Oh, hey. But we know where we're sending our... we found, like I said, we'll keep finding places to send ships. So we're going to send this ship over here. And that one has also bonuses to social manufacturing and tourism. Cool. Another really good planet. Either research or wealth. One of the two we'll use it for. Alright, so let's head on over there. I think I'll send 1.5 again. You don't want to drop the homeworld too low in population, because the manufacturing keeps declining as you keep doing that. The good news is, as the population declines, the morale actually increases, so we get a slight bonus to, yeah, see, we get the +5% from approval. We definitely want to solve our morale issues, but that's the next thing to do after we do the colonization rat rush. Oh, it's outside. Oh, look at that. We can't go there. It's outside of our, our range. Can't get there. Interesting. All right, so this, we do want a ship to go there, but we need to extend our range to get over there, so let's build a constructor. We need to design a new ship then. We'll build a constructor, and we'll toss down a star base just to extend range. That'll work. Alright, so that's going to grab that planet. And in the meantime, I'll see if there's something over here that's in range. There probably isn't, but if there is, we'll grab it. So, designer. Need to build a star base, so... new design. Constructor. Where's the constructor? Here we go. So, constructors are the closest thing this game has to workers. Put a constructor... so here it is. Constructors allow ship to build starbase, so we need to put that on. And otherwise, we pretty much just want engines so it gets to its destination faster. Put a couple ion drives on here. How many moves is that? 9? Alright. Oh, and let's put a range module on here because that's important too. I could micromanage every single constructor for like every starbase I want to build. But having a general purpose one works. So this one is 12 moves. Basically, it's the same design as the colony ship. Three ion drives, environmental support, and then the construction module instead of the colony module. So all that's pretty good. All right, so constructor, long range, 12. Again, my names are not creative. All right, so we're going to build one of these. It says 3 turns, but I think it'll only be 2 turns with overflow. By the way, the numbers it displays on overflow are almost always wrong, which sucks, but what are you going to do? This game has a lot of interface issues, too. I really wish they'd clean them up. Alright, wait, oh, censorship hasn't moved yet this turn. I don't know. Must have just plumb forgotten to move it. Alright, so this is at 1. Stuff down here is out of range, but we can always extend range to see. Alright, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at that! And we found another planet down there. Ooh, I wonder if we can snipe that. It'll be in range once we have this planet. I don't know. Maybe. We shall see. We'll just have to wait and find out. I mean, this is not a great planet because it's only class 6, but hey, if we can snipe that from the Iconians, that would be pretty sweet. I'm being pretty mean to them in this game by going after all their stuff. Oh, this ship still has a movement point left. Okay, whatever. So yeah, we need to extend range to get there. I'm not too worried about losing this planet though, because the Yor are quite far away. We've got time up here. The Yor will not be able to push this far forward that quickly. So we're looking good thus far. This has been a very successful land grab so far, even on very high difficulty. By the way, I should also mention something else. The AI plays the game with the map revealed. So anyway, the Iconians have a Connie ship out. See how it says Connie ship? But guess how many moves it has? 3. 3 moves per turn. Ours move 12 per turn. So again, that's why speed is such a killer in the early game. They've also built a starbase already. Kind of interesting. Let's see. So yeah, as I suspected with overflow, that constructor will be done next turn. Alright, so let's move this censorship first, which is what I should have done last turn, but didn't. Also, oh, before we do that, let's grab this planet. This will probably be a research planet. Oh, by the way, guys, we need a name for this planet. I'll keep the Sydney for now, but we're probably going to change that. Oh, we found another research planet, plus 20% research. Boom. Alright. Your scientists tell you there's something strange about this planet. It talks to us. That's strange. Planets shouldn't do that. I've seen this event already, but it's always kind of amusing. Although the planet seems disinterested in your day-to-day affairs, it may be possible to communicate with it further. What do you want to do? You begin communicating with the planet. It turns out the planet is really boring, and all its stories are about dirt and take forever to tell. I like the writing. They did a good job with all these events. Nevertheless, your researchers managed to learn a lot about dirt. So the plus 20... Interesting that the malevolent option also gives you plus 20% research. If this thing's been around for billions of years, it must know a lot. Threaten the planet with deep core mining unless it reveals its precious planetary secrets. So I guess what that's saying is you get the same result by being both very nice and very cruel, at least in this situation. Alright, so once again, turn off auto upgrade, turn off use civilization production, and we're going to have to build some infrastructure. But this is clearly a research planet. Oh, look at this. We've got plus 2 bonus. We've got a bonus to population. Nice. So you want to build the farm and the hospital here. And we also have an influence bonus. Dirty Tech. That's not a bad name, especially because it'll help me remember. Alright, so look, there's an adjacency bonus to research. You put a research lab here, and it benefits. But mostly we're probably going to be doing most of our research labs over in this corner, so they all get the bonuses. Alright, I don't know. We might want to put a consulate down here just for get some influence going, maybe? I don't know. By the way, check out how our morale is awful right now. That's what we'll be researching towards fixing. But right now, we can have lousy morale and fix things later on. Right now, it's important to grab as many planets as possible. Alright. Note that the interface works in an absolutely bizarre fashion. I have to cancel out of the planet window in order to rename it. It makes no sense, as I said. Not Dirty Planet, Dirty Tech. Not a bad name. Alright. Come on, type. Now that time it didn't get bugged, so again, who the heck knows. Alright, I want the hospital and farm here. I'm going to want a morale building somewhere. Maybe here. So factory's probably on these two. and we'll go with that. So, by the way, yeah, Thala's... Alright, Thala's queue's empty. By the way, I've mentioned this before, but you never really want to have empty tiles. Like, the fact that I'm leaving tiles unused here is not a good thing on the homeworld. But basically, getting colony ships out fast takes precedence, so that's the story there. Anyway, so now we've got this spot here. There's a pirate base here, but who cares? Pirates don't really do anything. They can kill your ships, but only if you're, you know, silly enough to let your ships actually get tagged by them. Considering that these things can barely move, this is another thing I've criticized this game for, is see how the pirate ships only have 2 moves per turn? If they actually buff these things up to like 4 movement points, they'd be a threat, but at 2 moves, they're never going to catch your ships. My colony ships move 12 tiles per turn. How are they ever going to get killed by one of these? So, whatever. It's just another one of the mechanics that's like they didn't really think through as much as they should have. We have now found the Drengen, Space Orcs. Can't talk with them, but who cares? Alright. And while I'm down here, I'm going to clear out the bottom of the map. Get some... Well, Illyrium. Yeah, you don't see Illyrium that often. Alright, so now that we're at the bottom of the map, we can start pushing over here. So I'll push west and then curl up to the northwest, dodging these stupid pirates in the process. So yeah, that planet is available. How many turns do I have before the Iconians get there? So they have 3 movement points per turn. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Wait, I should be counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 turns. They're not going to get there until about turn 16. I think I can beat them there. I really do. Well, we'll see. I really wish you could count how far things away in tiles. Instead, you end up having to count, like... I wish it could just hover over and say, how many tiles away is this from the ship I'm currently on? Details does not do that. Sadly. Alright, I'm just questioning if I can get this down here. Oh, by the way, we got a new ideology choice. And we're going to have enough planets to colonize to still grab the missionary center later. So I think we're going to grab this. Just grab another planet for free. That's pretty darn good. So where's our new planet, eh? I don't see it on the map. Maybe it has to wait until next turn to pop up. Whatever. Okay, so it didn't appear yet, but I'm assuming it will in time. Alright, so 12 tiles. Yeah, it'd be really nice if I could keep the Iconians locked on 2 planets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, looks like it would take 4 or 5 turns to get there. So this ship could definitely beat them there. No question about it. Do I want to go for it? Oh, wait. Did I not see this planet before? Apparently I... Wait, did the new... Oh, the planet appeared here. What the... I thought that was supposed to appear in my home world. Near your home... Oh. I thought that would appear in my home planet. No, it appeared in this system. Wow, that's bizarre. Huh. Because if it appears up here, it's not in any danger of getting grabbed by the AI. If it appears here, it's significantly more troublesome. Anyway, well, I still think this planet's relatively safe for the time being. Let's just move this ship down in this direction and we can figure out where to send it. Because it's not going here. It doesn't have the range to get there. I'll just start moving down in this direction. We'll figure out where exactly we're going to send it afterwards. Alright. This little ship's doing a good job of seeing it, just a bit more of the map. But yeah, so there's still plenty of places to go. As I said, I can't get the colony ships out fast enough. Even this constructor was arguably not needed. Well, I did need it. I couldn't get over there otherwise. Of course, there could be a planet right here, and I could have skipped that. Yeah, near your home system pops up in the system furthest away. All right, so one other thing we want to do is, because we can see them, we want to watch to see where this Iconian ship goes. It might actually be heading for Sydney too, in which case we're going to have to grab this with this colony ship. Let's see where they decide to move. Remember, the AI has the full map revealed at all times. It does cheat that way. All right, it's going for Sydney too. There's no question about that. And so our constructor popped out. Now, where do I want to grab this? I definitely want to grab this culture relic. I can probably grab, well, actually, I think I might rather extend my range. That's the main concern of this ship, is extending range. Look how fast that ship is. Anyway, we'll see how many resources we can grab. The main thing is just to push out range. All right. You build another colony ship. Alright, still working on the colony ship. Yeah, still working on that stuff there. Population is very slowly growing. How much production do we produce? 11. I actually wonder if I might want to put that on hold to get colony ships out even faster. Because I'd hate to lose one of these planets. I put this? Oh, I can't put it towards mill. Oh, it's too far away. Never mind. I was thinking I could have it send its production up here, but it's too. I think it's too far away. Well, maybe not. Edit sponsors. Let's add Baba Yetu here. Yeah, it's only got 20% distance decay. That's not that bad. Yeah, I think I should do that. Because right now I don't actually need the hospital is not going to increase the pop growth. It's going to continue growing at 0.1 each turn, even after the hospital is done. And the farm is not needed because we're not near the happiness cap yet, or the population cap. So let's do this. Come on, come on. Turn off social spending, military. We'll send our 13 production over to this spot here. Yeah, now look at that. Now it's 2 turns instead of 3. Probably would have been done in 2 turns anyway, but like, see, there we go. So we're getting 63 production from Thalan, 10 from Baba Yetu. Cool. And that's another neat thing, is planets can send their production to shipyards, to other shipyards. You know, you can't, it's just a mechanic that you don't really have in other games. All right, so anything over here? By the way, this is what scouting is like when you're not abusing things with censorship. You have to do the grunt work of scouting. Alrighty. So here's the censorship. Oh no, we better beware the pirates. Don't want to get caught by them. There's Drengen space down there. 3, 4, 5. See, look at this. I'm like right next to them and they still can't touch me. Look at that, because I'm 3 tiles away and they only have 2 movement. Look at how stupid that is. Alright. So again, this is going to claim one of these spots down here. I don't know which one yet. I don't know. We'll see. I might count out the tiles and see if I can get a ship to this planet faster than... Well, we'll see where this I think that this Iconian ship is moving towards Sydney too. So I'll probably have to grab this planet. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to have to count it out next turn, because I'd really like to get both planets. I think I can too. Because the next colony ship will come out of up here at Thalan. Alrighty. So everything looks good aside from my terrible morale, but that's, you know, that's fine. Come -8. Yeah, so I can run on this -8 for a long, long time before I run out of money. Running out of money is kind of painful in this game. Alright, let's see. Where's it heading? Yep, as expected, straight towards Sydney 2. By the way, this is why I don't feel bad about using the censorships, because the AI cheats with map vision. So if the AI gets to cheat, then, you know, I don't really feel bad about them using the censorships to abuse the map vision either. You know, if they can see where everything is, I don't care. What are the 4 notifications? An unknown faction has captured an Ascension Crystal. Okay, so somebody built a starbase by an Ascension Crystal. That's not that big of a deal. Let's see where we want to put this down now. I do want that cultural relic. The question is, will this allow me to be able to grab that with a... Yeah, that'll allow me to grab that with a colony ship. So this will get me... Wow, this just barely misses a bunch... Like, look at this. If I move one tile here, I get the Durantium, but then I lose the cultural relic. Anyway, I do want the cultural relic, so... Move back here, and we'll build the starbase. So here's our first starbase of the game. Starbases... I like the idea of starbases. One of my suggestions for starbases would be to limit how many starbases you can put down, because starbases are cool, but like there's no limit to how many you can spam, and they get really tedious when that happens. All right, so we're gonna use this to... We get one free module to start, and we'll use it for the cultural relic. So that'll increase our influence, which is always nice. But the main reason why I built this starbase was so I could go have the range to grab that planet. Anyway, so I want to count this out. Let's make this decision. So, right now, the Iconian ship will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns, 6 turns. So it takes 6 turns to reach Sydney. Can I build a colony ship and get it down there in 6 turns? Yeah, the answer is yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Boy, this shipyard's in an awkward spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right about there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 1 turn to build it, and then 4 turns to move. Probably not Spambot. Should be able to get down there. I should be able to grab this planet before they do. I'm pretty sure, which means that this colony ship is free to go grab this planet. The Thalan's gimmick is they get free research to start the game, and they also have some weird stuff in their tech tree. Yeah, you get free research to start the game, and I used that to get some really good engines at the start of the game. They also get better production. Anton's correct. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, nothing really of interest there. And we can keep heading west and then reveal this whole segment of the map. So yeah, I think that censorship has been worth its spending money. And I'll reveal this corner of the map. By the way, this was out of our range previously, but now it is in range, thanks to building that star base. Space junk out of range. This poor little scout ship has done nothing the entire game. Will now finally maybe be doing something. Alright, so Thalan's building colony ships. McFly has built its first factory. Alright, this planet we've said is going to be for research. Right? Because it's got a research bonus. Yeah, the bonus from disease. So we want another factory down. Done. Alright. Yeah, it's like the first phase in this game is getting as many colonies as possible. Then typically the second thing is solving morale, because your morale always ends up in deplorable shape as a result of grabbing a bunch of planets. Alright, so again, there's our colony ship. Cancel. Alright, why cancel? Because I want to make sure it moves out on the correct tile, which would be... if you don't control it right out of the gate, it can pop up on the wrong tile. So that would be right here. And I'm not setting that much pop. 1.2. I'd love to take some from Baba Yetu, but apparently it's too far away. Alright, done. Okay, so you need to get here. And it looks like it's 2 more turns. 1 turn to move there and another turn to move there. That ship is not going to be there in 2 turns, so we will beat the AI as expected. Again, 12 moves against 3 moves. That is the crucial difference. Speed is really, really important. Alright, and we should get this planet too. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I can't get it this turn, so I'm just going to stay here just in case there's a pirate in the fog. I can't get there this turn, so why risk it? Alright, that's the edge of the map. There's space junk there, but it's out of range, so we can't use the survey ship to see what's in there. Alright, and I didn't move the censorship yet, did I? No. Oh, look, another pirate base. Oh no, pirates. Oh, whatever will we do? So that's Promethean. That's a relatively rare resource. Durantium is everywhere. You always see a gazillion Durantiums, but Prometheum's relatively rare. And antimatter is not that common either. And we found the Yor. Okay. One of their ships over there. That's an unarmed scout ship. Still haven't found any planets over here, but now we can start cutting in this direction, although we are limited by range concerns. It'll be nice to grab that planet just for range issues. Alright, we need another colony ship again. So we've got this planet locked up with this colony ship, this one locked up with this colony ship. Poor Drengans, they don't seem to have any planets colonizable. Well, there were some. There was one here, but guess who got there first? Yeah, and there's not that much of the map over here. I don't know if there's. I don't know what's over here. If the Yor gets some stuff over here, there's only so much I can do about that. Still, this has been a pretty fantastic land grab thus far. AI has really struggled to get anything out of their starting systems. Although it's not over yet. Let's keep that in mind. Alright. So we finished a factory at Dirty Tech. Another research planet. By the way, most planets in the game are research planets. You don't need that much production. You use production for shipbuilding, but that's about it. Now, shipbuilding is very important, but you know, you only need so much of it, if that makes sense. Putin levels of Landgrab. Perhaps so. So we're gonna get a new planet this turn down here. Oh, we need a new name for this planet here. So if you guys want to, actually, we're gonna get 2 planets this turn. Sydney 2. I think we can reach Sydney 2 this turn. Hold on. Oh, that was, shoot, that was the wrong ship. That was my tiny ship, not my colony ship. Oh well. Okay, so we're gonna get 1 planet this turn, not 2. But we still do need a name. It's on the wrong ship there. Yeah, we'll colonize the Sydney 2 planet next turn. So we need a name if you guys want to suggest one. If not, we can always go with the default name. That's always possible too. I will move the censorship while we're on the subject. Right, 3, 4. I'm running into your space now. Look at that, still no planets over there. Interesting. No colonizable planets, anyway. Most of space, I know this is shocking, but most of space is actually empty. Imagine that. Space being empty. So there may be something here, though. We don't know. Still a corner of the map. It's like the one corner of the map we haven't looked at yet. Oops. Alright. Oh, look at that. We snuck this out from somebody else. Alright, we'll keep Comedwa for right now, but again, with the understanding that we might want to change that. Oh, look, another research bonus. Worms. I guess that's supposed to be them in the background. I think we might just call this planet Worms. Let's see. Apparently the prime hunting grounds for a species of massive building-sized worms. It's by far the most fertile land, so we don't want to move if we don't have to. But, on the other hand, massive building-sized worms. The benevolent answer is the worms were here first. Let's move the colony somewhere more accommodating. Thin rock sounds good. In the meantime, study them. The malevolent answer, we're going to meet things out in the galaxy a lot more terrifying than worms. Let's not be bashful here. Declare war on the worms and take any of their worm treasure. Minus 10% food production is unfortunate, but 10% research is always nice. I like Diet of Worms. That's pretty good. All right, so again, turn off civilization production. Turn off auto improve, and apparently we've got that bug again. Diet of Worms. This planet is more of a, we just don't want anyone else to have this spot. Poor Iconia. They're gonna lose this. They're not gonna get this planet either. So, yeah, spice. Well, it does have a bonus to social... Okay, so it's got a... Wow, another growth penalty? Jeez, look at that. Minus... Oh, boy, look at that. Without the high approval, this colony would not grow at all. Seriously, if your growth is under minus 50%, you do not grow, period. So only the high approval is even making this planet grow. Anyway, this planet's not especially great. Maybe we'll just use this for influence. And just, like, pump out some influence. That food bonus is nice, so we definitely want to farm there. We can put the farm and the hospital down here. That's kind of nice. What else can we do? What else? This is a tourism one. It has an adjacency bonus for research. I don't know, maybe we'll just use it for influence. Why not? This planet's not that useful. Put some pressure on Iconia. I don't know, something like that. But we do need, let's see. 2 tiles. We do need 1 for a factory, and then we will need 1 for a morale building. So this planet's probably not going to be that good, as you might have imagined. But we do need a basic factory to get some kind of production going. Planets take forever to build anything if they have no factories. Alright, so McFly's got its factories done. Now we want to start... well, we probably want to start putting the research labs down. They're pretty cheap. It's good on morale for the moment. It won't be for much longer. I'd build a hospital, but the hospital's actually not going to do anything, so we'll hold off on doing that. What I actually need to do is emphasize getting to the Tier 2 hospital, because that will... the Tier 2 hospital will double pop growth. Like right now, we grow 1/10 of a pop per turn. If we can get to the Tier 2 hospital, we'll get 25% from high approval, then we'll get 50% from the hospital. And wow, even that might not be enough. We might still be short here, but that's because of the disease. Ugh, we need to get to that Tier 2 hospital. But until we get there, the hospital does nothing, so... No point to a hospital. The farm doesn't do anything until we get closer to the food cap. So let's start getting some research labs down. Just queue up 3 of them and go from there. Because we do need to get some research going, but you want to put the labs down first. Alrighty, I think that's all for this turn. By the way, it's going to look weird on your screens, but a fly just landed on my monitor. Very annoying. He actually landed right on the chat, so something Twitch chat. So again, here comes the Iconian colony ship. Cancel that. This colony ship will go over here, unless we find another spot ahead of time. So poor Iconians, they moved around. Note that they're up to 4 moves now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they would get here next turn, well, in 2 turns, but they're too slow. We've gotten here first, and as expected, we claimed this planet too. The planet that just popped up in the system. So again, we do need can always use more names for planets. What do we have here? Oh, look at this. The benevolent option's very good this time. Bonus to food and bonus to approval. That plus 20% approval is very, very nice. Water reclamation. A new source of water has been discovered. Could dramatically help the colony. Could be used to boost food production. Baths might be possible again. What are your orders? Divert some of the water to food production. Make as much of it available to the people as possible. The malevolent answer is actually pretty weak here. Only plus 10% manufacturing. That's not that good. Meep meep. Bill. These are some odd answers. Why meep meep? Why Bill? This one has a... Oh, look at this. Now this is very nice. So we got a research... tongue-tied. A research resource. So every planet will get plus 5% from that. Bathroom. I don't know. These are some weird names. Maybe something a little bit more standard than all that get up. So I don't know what we'll use this planet for just yet, but we definitely will want the farm on this tile. Farm, and then the hospital will have to go next to that. So this has an adjacency bonus to research, but there's no tiles next to it. Anyway, this is not a huge planet. Maybe we'll just go with 1 factory here. 1 factory and a hive later on. But we definitely want to build that for right now. Alright, those are some good ones. Atlantis, Havana, Roma, Aquiline, because yellow. I don't know. What do you guys think? Any of those names stand out? What's it next to? It's next to Dirty Tech. This planet probably should specialize in research too, just because it's next to a research planet, and I can put a star base that gives research bonuses here. Let's go with Atlantis. I like that name. Sounds kind of neat. Works for me. Sinalta, Atlantis spelled backwards. Yellow tech, no. Dirty tech is fine. Alright. So what do we have? Landgrab is definitely working well. Alright, here's the censorship. I'm going to run this up against the border of